what I've been figuring out. They have some directions that come with it that are pretty helpful, but overall there's some not jerry rigging, but there's just some feels that I feel like I'm starting to figure out. Again, this is my first time using FastFoot on a full build, but I wanted to kind of show you guys what I've learned so far and what's kind of helped me get through throwing this FastFoot down. The first run took a little while, but then the more that I do it, the more I'm like, okay, I understand what I'm going for, and it makes it a lot easier. So what I do is I start at the corner. These are the pre-sewn corners. You can also run just the regular FastFoot into the corners. There's ways to cut that and seam that up. I think it's worth just grabbing the pre-sewn corners, less variables. So I basically get this corner seam here, and I tuck it down, and I just kind of get it in place roughly. I try to keep my feet out of it while I'm getting it set. And then I want to make sure this seam that's in this corner lines up with this corner, and then I'm going to tuck it back, and I don't worry about the whole corner at once. If I can get this back corner in where I like it, I do one staple there, and I'm kind of looking where my corner seam lines up to make sure that we're ending up somewhere where we kind of want to be. And then I kind of loosely staple that there. That's when I come to the inside, spread it out, kind of get a little bit more precise with it as I go. I'm going to kick this over so we have that straight line. That's not looking bad. And then I kind of push this down. One thing that I found challenging, I'm just going to be 100% honest with you guys, is getting this corner to line up perfectly with that back corner so that seam lines up straight. So usually I'll come in here, I'll kind of hold the seam straight with my foot. So we have this tucked back here. I kind of spread my legs and see, here's the seam right here, and I kind of push that down. Oh, out of staples. And I'm just going to throw one. I'm stapling it very lightly because there's times on other corners where I've had to unstaple it to get it perfect. So I just staple it really loosely to start with. Again, here at this corner, I want to get this where I want it to be. Again, using your feet to kind of spread it is kind of what I found to be the easiest way to do it. We got some marker nails there. Once you get it kind of where it's going, then I come in and I do the same thing to the inside. So I push that down. You're pushing it down and out with your foot, because if you've seen the pictures of the FastFoot filled up, it kind of bows out under your board. So I'm pushing it out a little bit, and basically what I'm going for is that the bags, the outside of my bags kind of line up with the outside of my footing board, right? So that's kind of where I'm pushing my foot to get it there. Then I'll come over here and do the same thing. Kind of push it out. And this is kind of where I've been having the trouble. It seems like the corner here always ends up a little bit wrinkled, which I've just been letting go because I overlap them anyway. But it kind of, I'm not sure why I can't get it to lay down. So if anybody in the comment section knows why I end up with one corner, this one always goes good, but the second one always seems to be off. So it gets a little wrinkly, which I'm not mad at. Doesn't make that big of a difference. And I staple that down. And then I try to fold this as cleanly as possible just to get a nice clean staple in here. And then once that's in, that's pretty much it. I'll go through and I'll staple the rest of it down. And I'm good to go. Now, as I run my straights, they're gonna overlap onto these corners. Now, the straightaways are pretty easy. So what I do is I basically just go up to the corner and I put the bag pretty centered on my footings already. And then I'm going to tack it fairly tight up here. And that's just purely there for me rolling this out. And then I just roll it out backwards. Now down there, I'm actually going to leave it tied. I'm not going to cut it. Kind of just helps hold everything straight so the wind and whatever else doesn't kind of move it around. So I'm going to go ahead and start here and start pulling this bag kind of pre-tightened and get it knocked out. So the way I do this is I take this off. There's just those 2 staples in there. I take it off, I line it up flat, and then I put my feet here and I just kind of unfold it, right? So I know I'm going for the lines on here. You'll see that's a 16-inch footing, 20-inch footing, 24-inch footing, 28-inch footing. That's the number you're looking for to push on that bottom corner. So I know that I'm going right in between that 24 and 28 corner. So I'm pushing that down to where the 24 is on the ground and the 28 is kind of right above that. That's going to give me pretty close to that 25-inch. And I'm going to hit that. Again, keeping my foot with pressure down and a little bit out at the bottom. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I push out. Again, I got this red line on the top. I hit that. I hit that. Now, once I have those 4 staples in there, I'm going to turn around. And again, this is just what I found to work for me in the time that I've been doing this. There might be better ways. Again, I'm always open to learn. Leave it in the comments. So now I just kind of work backwards. Looking at those same lines, kind of pulling this up. And you can see I'm still on that red line. Now, if your footings change elevations, which mine do, down here we hit rock, so we're at the mercy of the rock. So as you know your footings are going up or down, you might start veering off of the red line or the black line or the green line or whatever line you're on. That's okay as long as you know that your footings are not perfectly flat. If you are on perfectly flat ground and you see your lines start to vary, that's a telltale sign that you're crinkling the bag somewhere and it's not going right. So again, now I'm just pulling it. I'm kind of smoothing it out, pushing it out with my foot. These dotted lines are kind of staple lines. I've been over stapling just because why not? They're staples. It's not like it's costing me a bunch of money. I try to get it as smooth as I can. The start is where things get a little questionable. You want to make sure this is where you get things lined up pretty good. And then from there on out, things kind of go better. Again, I'm just going back, kind of back and forth, left to right, holding that tension with my foot. And I move. And if I have wrinkles, I just kind of hold the bag, slide my foot. It flattens it out. Staple. 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 Right? And then I just keep moving back, kind of squishing out those wrinkles as I go. Again, I'm still on that red line. I know that my footing is getting a little bit deeper. That's why I went from this line being on almost the center and it's starting to go down to the edge, but that's okay because I know I'm dropping here because we were up on a rock up there. So I'm pulling it out. And you pretty much just keep going down the line with that outward pressure with the foot. And I always make sure I'm stapling in front of the wrinkles so I don't get any wrinkles stuck in there. It's not the end of the world. You're not going to have a problem if you have some wrinkles in there, but I just try to avoid that as much as possible. So now that my corner's in, I'm just going to roll this back to where I'm pretty much flush with this corner. Now, it's easier to cut this when it's rolled up, so I recommend leaving it rolled up. So I got that done. And then I'm just gonna continue what I was doing up here, which is just pull out the wrinkles, make sure my center line's right.